Hello there, internet. 12-year-old React Andy reaction video coming for you. That was the worst intro I've ever done, and even more so because I should be saying delayed reaction, right? I owe you guys a bit of an explanation because a new champion was revealed yesterday, and I just uploaded a video like normal. I didn't say anything on Twitter nor YouTube. I just kind of just disappeared, right? So let me explain what happened. Basically, every now and then, like every few days, I take a complete break from social media and YouTube. I probably shouldn't because it is, my job is linked to it, but I feel like getting hooked every single day onto these apps just has serious consequences in the long run for your mental well-being because dopamine and all that shit. I'm not like a scientist, so I'm not gonna go ahead and try to explain what's going on, but I have seen stuff about it, so hopefully you have too. Basically, social media bad in excess, and I try to take a break from it every now and then and just do something, like write or whatever it is. Like yesterday, I was actually playing a new card game that has not been released yet, basically Marvel Snap. I've been venturing into that a little bit because I like to play other games every now and then, other card games. I don't really play much besides that, especially if they're new. I like to try them out, and I felt like playing it a little bit yesterday, and it was the worst day to just completely disconnect and play something else because we got a new champion. I should have seen it coming because I do know that the expansion is coming out soon. I was told like a few days back, essentially, because I could be getting early access to said expansion, but I didn't really think much more of it because I'm used to reveals happening earlier than they've happened this time around. So I just kind of forgot about it. And I was having dinner with Gabby at 9, and then she's like, "Wait, there was a champion today." And I'm like, "What?" I even tweeted earlier about the deck that I've been using, playing Marvel Snap on the day of a champion reveal. I probably had a bunch of people saying, "Oh wow, he's defected immediately." But so I just didn't know. And at that point, it was too late. I was like, I don't want to spoil myself because I do want to still do the 12-year-old React Andy thing, because content, I guess. And I just essentially stayed away from some social media. I glossed over it a little bit on Twitter, but I skipped any sort of tweet revolving the new champion. So I managed to remain spoiler free. I actually have no idea what Varus is, where he's from. I get Shurima vibes from the thumbnail here, but because of Void, I don't know. But I have no idea. It could be anything, and I really don't know anything about the character. So we're going full on blind into this one. And we get a bit of a delayed reaction in that sense. So that's basically the gist of it. All right. So a 24-hour delay for our reaction here, but reaction nonetheless. So come join me as we figure out what Varus is all about. And hopefully the audio is working. Okay, because I have the beanie on, so let's see.
Retribution will find its mark.
All right, chill, buddy. Oh, okay, another Runeterra. I mean, it makes sense. It's a new expansion. There's gonna be more Runeterra champions coming around. Okay. So before I even read the card, I'll talk about Runeterra champions later, actually. Let's focus on Varus, all right? 4 mana, 3/4 with quick attack. A champion with quick attack. Nade. Origin, the Arrow of Retribution. Auto-equip the Darkened Bow. So he's another equipped champion. So he's another, what's his name? The Scythe guy. Oh my god, I can't believe I forgot his name. Kane. There we go. So for the level up requirement, you have to have targeted 8 allies. So it's kind of similar to Pantheon, but not limited to targets per turn. So that means you got to target a lot of allies to level him up, but he doesn't have to be on board and see that happen. So doesn't seem like a very difficult level of requirement in the right deck. As we can take a look at the Darkened Bow first. When you play a spell or equip an ally, give me +1 power, maximum +5, until the next time my bearer strikes. So it resets. It's like a bow. You're loading the arrow, and you're loosing it. Okay, I really like that. I just thematically, I just really like the design. I feel it feels like a bow. How to make a card feel like a bow? This is how you do it. Like, honestly, very big props for this one. And then the Arrow of Retribution says, you may put any Cultist cards into your deck during deck building. The first Runeterra champion that shares with another Runeterra champion. This is actually huge, because this means that you can run Varus and Kayn in the same deck and mix them with another region. Maybe that's what Runeterra champions need to be good. Because the thing is, you're always drawing Kayn automatically, so you technically only have to play one Kayn, and you'll always get him if you have enough Cultists, right? Once you have played 3 Cultist spells, you draw a Varus. So the same way as Kayn, both of them automatically drawn. Interesting. Will these two blend well together? Is this gonna make Kayn actually stronger? I'm not sure, because it's not really providing... I mean, we're getting more Cultist cards, right? And that's good, because that expands the mini regions pool, and is going to make Varus and Kayn, like both... I mean, Varus is just coming, right? But both of them are going to be better. Or at least Kayn is going to be better than he was before. Very, very important to know. Like, this is an expansion on the mini region that is Runeterra Champions, and it gives you more options towards deck building and potentially enhances the overall power level within the region. So I really, really like it. I like the Darkened Bow design. It is a 4-drop, so it doesn't. It can curve into Kayn as well. It blends in with that, and we're gonna see what else he does. I'm not missing anything, right? Like, whenever you play a spell, you can change spells or equip an ally. You're boosting the attack, and with quick attack, you know, that's pretty straightforward. All right. All right.
What I could learn from studying such a weapon.
You will know our power. Be patient.
Are they reverted? So Varus is like a demon thing? Because I thought he was talking first. No, he is. Okay, he's the demon.
Grant me your power. Let me
Grant me your power.
Revenge comes first, then your petty war.
This card is disgusting with Nami. Oh my god, I see this card and Nami pops on my head. Am I alone? Alright.
True power eclipses both day and night.
So combining with targeting for the gems to level up the because the gems progress it twice, right? No, it's not equipped.
Nothing to lose.
Okay, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So a bow champion, like an evil Ash in a way, right? 4 mana, 4/5, gets overwhelmed. Wow, I've never seen that before. From quick attack to quick attack overwhelm. They're breaking new ground here. Auto-equip the Darkened Bow. The Darkened Bow activates twice and has max 10 power. I mean, pretty straightforward. Like a beefy beatdown champion, right? A Rico Rex champion, essentially. You know, like, yeah, you just get overwhelmed. It's basically like a different take on Jax. Not the most exciting design. You know, it's not really doing anything new. It's just synergizing with equipment. Again, it's just a different approach at Jax. Basically a champion that, you know, once you equip stuff enough, you level up and it gets overwhelmed and it hits harder, right? Like, it's not really doing anything too quirky. So again, not the coolest thing I've ever seen, but the character seems dope, and you know, I really like the potential of the Cultist expanding and you actually having decisions to make when it comes to building, not just like building an Allegiance deck and splashing in the Cultist, right? Like, actually having to choose between them is what I'm really excited about. Varus is just, you know, another overwhelmed champion. Solani, that's a big unit you killed. That can't be a good play when you've completed the Emperor's deck. That seems weak. Okay, whoa. Wait. Do Cultists have Frostbite? Wait, what?
Their minds are so fragile.
Vulnerable, I assume? Yeah. So another Ruthless Predator?
Your will crumbles so easily.
Well, I didn't get to read it. Let's try to figure it out. It duplicates. Oh my god. It just goes nuts.
Closer to retribution.
And then rebuilds. Oh! This is a real card! This is a real card. I thought this was a fake card. Remember when I said I opened Twitter for a second? I saw Rico Rex post this card, and I thought it was like a custom card. The tweet made it sound like it was a custom card. Was it him or was it somebody else? Yeah, it was somebody else, and then he I don't know. So I thought this was like because sometimes people post like on my timeline they post like crafted cards, and this felt like a really like okay, this is a really dope card actually. I was like, oh man, this would be neat in the game. Oh wow. Okay. So we're getting some Freljord Cultist cards, and there is the Unforgiving Cold, but let's actually read them with the proper ordering. Oh, shit. Oh, I forgot to change the... Oh, no. Oh, we've been seeing the video. I forgot to make the transition. I forgot to make the transition. And that's what you guys saw. This is what we should have seen. I mean, I was seeing it completely, and you guys already seen the video probably, so it's not that bad, right? God damn it, dude. That's the thing. That's why I always like double check these things, because with these videos you can't have a redo. You know, like you gotta go with. Well, hopefully you guys don't mind that I derped. I guess I'm rusty. Fuck. All right. Varus Chain of Corruption is the signature spell from Varus. Give an enemy vulnerable and give an ally +1 power this round. Create a fleeting chain of corruption in hand. Shuffle a Varus into your deck. That seems like a really weak. It's 3 mana. That's really weak. That's way too expensive. It's essentially you're paying 1 more mana for a weaker Ruthless Predator, and the only perk is that you're getting a second one. And you're really gonna spend 6 mana to do this twice, even with the synergy with Varus? Yeah, that's a really underwhelming. I don't care what anyone says. That's a really underwhelming signature spell. Way too expensive. Good that you don't. I mean, it may even discourage you from running too many copies of Varus. Maybe Varus is the one-off. Like if you're combining him with Kane, I mean. Yeah, that's a really underwhelming signature spell. The Unforgiving Cold. Frostbite, the strongest enemy. If you have equipped an ally this game, copy me. But not with the same targets. So for 4 mana, oh my god. A 4 mana Harsh Winds. The Cultists get a 4 mana Harsh Winds. That is nuts. That is so powerful. That is so strong. Like 5 mana Harsh Winds is already very underplayed in my opinion. This is just ridiculous. This is really, really strong. A good reason to play. Because you need good reasons to play Runeterra Champions, because you're essentially playing a smaller region, right? So you need to make that region strong, but without making it broken. That's like that's what I was saying about Runeterra Champions. Like they haven't. If you look at the meta stats right now, there's like in the top like 30, like the 30 most popular decks in ranked. There's no Runeterra Champion except for Jhin with Annie. And that really goes to show the current state of Runeterra Champions in Runeterra. It's not very good, but I'm always optimistic, and hopefully this makes it better. Because the Iceville Cultist is a dope ass card, not only for Cultist decks, but way beyond that. Like you can design some really cool decks, combining Freljord with something like Noxus, for example, and getting the Fisher Girl, right? And then maybe even with Forge synergy, like this thing giving your units with an equipment overwhelm is just amazing, especially because you're not really paying too much in stats for it. You're still getting a 5 mana 5/5. That's not like exactly, you know, the baseline, but it's very close to that and good enough. It's not going to be the most beefy 5-drop compared to others, but it's going to be big enough to compete with them or to trade with other shit. And it has a really, really powerful effect that Rico's going to love. Lunari Cultist, when I'm summoned or once you've equipped an ally this game, create a gem in hand. So comes in, create a gem in hand, and every time, no, not every time, once. So she can give you 2 gems. That's interesting. Like she can give you 2 gems. I mean, she's an auto include with Varus because, or close to that, because like you're targeting allies, and then here it says when you play a spell or equip an ally, like she's giving you 2 procs for this, right? Like, she's really helping you level up Varus. I feel like she's designed to be a bit of a necessity, and with, you know, paying a bit of a price for the stat line in that regard, because she's a 1-3 for 2, and that can be a bit underwhelming. Ambitious Cultist, really dope art from PNZ. Once you've equipped an ally this game, create a new spell that costs 2 in hand and set its cost to 0. So it's a 4-mana 3/5, comes in, and if you've equipped an ally, it creates a 2-mana spell, not from your region. I wish it was from your regions. I really wish it was from your regions, because it narrows the pool. But I guess because it's a card designed for a Runeterra champion, and if you make it specific to regions, then you're just going to be getting something from the... But that limits the variance. Like, this is, like, really wacky now. Like, you play a 4/3, and you get a random 2-mana spell that costs 0. But there's so much garbage you can get. We're gonna have to test it and see how the pool plays out into this particular effect, like what the 2-mana spell pool like looks like doing these what it looks like, because, you know, if there's only a small amount of bad ones, then it can be really good. But if it's like if it's closer to 50-50, then this card can be not very worth it, I think. But hey, a Cultist that you have to think about whether to add onto your deck or not. Especially because that spell does synergize with the Darkened Bow, which is important to note. It does not, however, level up Varus. The Violent Discord, we saw this earlier. It duplicates itself, right? Deal 1 to a unit. If you have equipped an ally this game, copy me with the same targets. With the same target. So if we go back, this dealt... Because this was applied to 2 different ones, right?
Your will crumbles so easily.
You target there. So it's just essentially a worse Mystic Shot. Wait, what? Okay, this card is interesting. On paper, it seems like a strictly worse Mystic Shot. So if you are playing this with PNZ, you play a full set of Mystic Shot, and then you think about incorporating the Violent Discord. This does give you the ability to ping stuff outside of PNZ, first of all, because it is a Runeterra card. And second of all, it actually is an interesting PNZ card as well, because if you combine this with Funsmith, yeah, with like Funsmith and the Catalyst. With the Catalyst, this synergizes really well with Funsmith and especially the Catalyst. The Catalyst not only enables this, but allows you for 2 mana to deal essentially 4 damage to something, right? And that's really good. So I actually like this card. It synergizes with the Catalyst and Funsmith, and it gives a Kane or Varus deck outside of PNZ, which is very likely, to have a way to Mystic Shot something, but not face, but at least deal 2 damage to something at fast speed, which is something that not every region is capable of. Even nowadays, you know, the more popular ones are, but it's still a reliable card to have. But I'm more excited about the potential synergy this card can have with Catalyst, even though, you know, depending on what region combination you go for, it could encourage you to go outside of Bilgewater, though. As good as the region combination is with Catalyst, it could make it so that you have another, like, you can substitute Make It Rain for this, which is the main reason to play Bilgewater. And you could try mixing Catalyst with something else that maybe can perhaps provide a bit more protection and disruption, and it can allow Catalyst to, because, you know, Fizz with Catalyst is, I'm like going on a bit of a tangent here, but I really like the deck, and I would like to see like a different approach at it. Like, this card is actually really interesting. I'm gonna stop rambling about it, but it's actually really cool, and you guys haven't seen it all this time because my webcam is in the way, but I'm pretty sure you guys know what I'm talking about. The Violent Discord, right there. All right. So we've gone over the cards here, but we're also gonna go to Twitter, because there should have been new reveals, and we're going to discuss them as well, so we'll be right back. And we are back. Let's leave a like, and let's go over. I opened this one first, because even though we've seen these, I haven't looked at the other ones. So I've opened all the tweets, Because I noticed that this card wasn't mentioned over there, and there seems to be a few actually. So let's slow down here. The Unending Wave, 4 mana bilge water spell, burst speed, that says once you have equipped an ally this game, I cost 2 less, so 2 mana. Draw 2 and give them fleeting. Oh, holy shit! Oh, obviously it requires equipment synergy, right? But this card is scary, being in the same region as Nami. This is a scary card, because Nami you can play with, yeah, like you can definitely easily play equipments with Nami. So this, oh my god. Oh my god, they really have to nerf her. They really have to, she's gonna get out of control. Like, I see this card, and as exciting as it is, it's just more cheap card draw for Bilgewater that enables Nami to do ridiculous things and not run out of gas ever. Though it is exciting as another alternate way to be able to level up Twisted Fate with Bilgewater by giving them like an actual, 2 draw that doesn't have to wait a turn to happen, right? And also can synergize with the Ruined Rex as well. There's a lot of cool shit this card can do, but Nami is like the first thing that, I'm just really worried about the synergy with Nami. Not gonna lie. Piercing Bolt, deal 1 to the enemy nexus. What is this? What is a Piercing Bolt? Oh, it's the Violent Discord, right? No, this is not a skill. Okay, once you've equipped an ally this game, I cost 2 less. Give an ally Spell Shield this round. Wow. Wow, 2 mana Temporary Bastion. Holy crap. That's really good in the right list. Once you've equipped an ally in this game, I cost 2 less. Again, grow an ally to 5/5 this round. Bandle City. Oh my god. Oh my god. This card with like a Biggie Smalls deck with Lulu and Jinx. I mean, it's technically like it is no, but with the discard equipment, like it is a suit up that is more powerful and that doesn't have to be played immediately when drawn, but requires time to set up, right? Like you have to build your deck in a specific way. Like you have to incorporate equipments, which can be easier than done to enable this. But this card is very interesting. Is there more? There's more! Once you equip an ally in this game, grant me elusive. Okay, I mean, that too, like nothing special about that. Just another elusive unit. Buru Cultist. When equipped allies attack, deal 1 to the enemy nexus. But that's not a skill. Or maybe it is. The Piercing Bolt. It has to be the Piercing Bolt. It is Bilgewater, right? Yeah, it's the Buru Cultist. Yeah, he has a cross. She has a crossbow. I'm slow. All right. Okay. Interesting cards. A lot of cultists. All these are cultists. Holy shit. That's a lot. That is a lot of options. Wow. This may be a thing. This may finally be a thing. I opened this one because I saw a new card, but we just went over it there. And now we go here. These are the cards that were revealed today. So this is an actual, on-time reaction. The Darkened Harpoon. Bilgewater. Okay, the Plunder Bilgewater equipment has been a little bit underwhelming. Let's see about this one. Fearsome. Attack, draw 1 at next round start and grant it fleeting. You may spend 9 mana to play me as Ibaros. Ibaros, I have +1/+1 for each card you've drawn this game. I can only be blocked by enemies with 4 or more power. So like Omega Fearsome. He's like the spookiest motherfucker out there. Oh my god, that not even 3 power units can block. Okay, that's pretty dope. Like the fact, I love this design. Like these weapons that can morph, it can change depending, It makes them much more playable, and I really love that. And I love this design. I think this makes Bilgewater like I'm very eager to build like Bilgewater with Ruined Rex and this card. Where is it? Where is the card that I was thinking about? This Unending Wave. Yeah, like again, Nami, but yeah, you can this Unending Wave combined with the Darkened Harpoon really allows you to get off. You can play a Darkened Harpoon, then wait for the next round. You draw one, and then you go for Unending Waves. And you can combine this with PNZ and stress testing. It can be a great way like to bring back like decks that focus on leveling up Twisted Fate. That's really dope. And the fact that you can switch into a Varus later, like, man, maybe I bring back Casino with this. Maybe like Weapon Casino. Armed Casino could be a thing. We got Test of Spirit. Give an enemy vulnerable this round. If it dies this round, deal 1 to the enemy nexus. So like you've been warned, that's faster, but doesn't draw you a card. Instead, it allows you to deal or to achieve plunder. Interesting card to add to the pool. When I'm discarded, summon me, the Scrappy's Partsapalooza. I think I pronounced that pretty damn well, honestly. When you summon a Mecha Yordle, grant it a random keyword. When I'm discarded, summon me. Oh my god, this is so cool. Holy shit, this card is so dope. Wow, this card is amazing for Mecha Yordles. This card is so good for Mecha Yordles. Holy shit, that's really cool. Oh, I'm gonna mess around with this. Oh, that's a cool card. That is a cool card. Fracture, deal 1 to everything or destroy a unit's equipment. A 2? What? This card's bananas. Oh my god, this card is nuts. This card makes heavy metal look like shit. Oh my god. Bro. This brings back Swain with Freljord at the least, but there's so much shit like with Vladimir as well, Scargrounds, like there's just, oh my god. 2 mana. 2 mana Ice Shard, that's slow speed, but it's 2 mana though. That feels insane. It can also be great for control. It can combine with kegs as well. Like, if you can justify that sort of region combination for a deck of that nature. But there's just so much you can do with this. Wow, these last 2 cards are really... This is a very strong addition to Freljord, do I feel. Holy crap. Warden of the Tribes. 9 mana 6/6 with Overwhelm. When I'm summoned, grant allies +1/+1 for each different subtype you've summoned this game. I assume subtype is you know the type on top of the card. Like you can have Cultist, but then you can also have Yordles. So if you build a deck with all sorts of different, like you can actually design a deck that can, okay, that's pretty cool. It's an immediate effect. So even if this gets answered, which it has Overwhelmed by the way, and it's granting itself that amount of stat line, so it can finish off games on its own. Even if it gets like Vengeance, the rest of your board gets an insane boost, which is what you want out of late game plays like this. They need to provide you with some sort of really strong value from the very moment they hit the board. And this card meets all that and potentially more. Really cool, man, really dope designs. Really like these cards. Wow. Twilight Protector, Daybreak. Give Daybreak allies +1/+1 this round. Nightfall, grant Nightfall allies plus, what the fuck? Yo, this card is nuts. This card is really strong for Daybreak. This is a very interesting card. Wow, now you actually have to choose it with your like 2-drop. Like not when building a Daybreak deck, you can't just like slap in all the Daybreak decks because there's like a few too many now. Interesting. And the fact that it can also serve Nightfall as well. Very, very interesting card as well. But Fracture, man, the Warden of the Tribes, and Scrappy's Partsapalooza. I love this one. Test of Spirit, you know, I mean, it enables Plunder, but it's more of the same thing, right? Darkened Harpoon is exciting. These last cards are really dope because they give me so many ideas. Well, I mean, not Twilight Protector. You know, it's kind of restricted, right? But these other ones, oh, these decks can be really, really fun to build. I can't wait. And the Darkened Harpoon, like Casino, like Weapon Casino, Armed Casino. I keep saying Weapon. It's Armed Casino. Armed Casino's back for sure. Some really good stuff here as well. And yeah, that's like 30 minutes of me just rambling about cards and stuff. Yeah, I really like these reveals. When it comes to Varus, though, in regards to the Runeterra champion, like I said, they're not in a good place right now, but this may change things. Just the way, you know, things improve, expanding the pool. Like having another champion that meets, maybe we get that onto other, you know, of these, some of these like very specific, like maybe we get another champion that works with Husks as well to give Evelyn a bit of a boost too. Like there's there's options. Like, there's still options. It's still a very young, new sort of like region within the game, right? And there's potential for growth from it. Even though it's not in a good place right now, it doesn't mean it can't be better. And it cannot, get much better potentially. So we'll see. We'll see how this plays out. I'm still skeptical about Runeterra champions and how they'll end up because they're either incredibly broken or not good enough. Has seemed to be the tail of the tail. I don't know the expression. And with that, I'm gonna end the video right here. Sorry about earlier about like the me not putting the proper scene and like. It was really bad, but hopefully guys appreciate the video anyways. Let me know what you guys think about these new cards, what you're most excited for, what would you like me to build first, what do you think about Varus, and we'll keep reacting. We got a lot of content being revealed because the expansion is coming very soon, so they're gonna turbo this. I feel it's gonna be 3 new champions, I would assume, so I'll be on top of that, and this time I will look at my Twitter. So love ya. Have a solid day. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for daily Legends of Runeterra content. I'll see you guys tomorrow.